Eva trades.
Hello, friends. Welcome to the simulator. We're going to take a look at a few charts here, do a little bit of trading, and practice the strategy. This is the risk management series, so I'll be focusing primarily on risk. So let's go. And day trading is risky. I advise anybody wanting to day trade to practice first in a strategy, in a simulator like I'm doing here. I find it helps me if I practice first to be a little more successful, I guess. So anyways, this is December 21st, the simulated day of December 21st, not the actual date. I'm going to push play. We have 5 minutes to go until the market opens. And I pulled these stocks here off of a gap scan called Trade Ideas. These were the stocks gapping up in the morning. So the first one is LASE. Let's take a look at what exactly I would want to see off of LASE in order to take a trade on it. Looking at the larger time frame first, we have hourly inside bars here. So it's a bounce on the 15-minute. We had a little lower high on the 15-minute there. This is a cheaper stock. We're trading below $2. Not my favorite, but still potential. So I'm going to be watching. So basically what I'm looking for is a higher low on the 5-minute time frame. We had this lower highs, these lower highs and lower lows, a stair step pattern down. And now we've broken out to a higher high, higher than that last high there. And so now we want to see a higher low, higher than this low down here. So if it does pull back, I want to see a higher low and then another higher high. So that will establish a 5-minute uptrend. So that's what I'm looking for in the short term here on LASE. First indication that we might consolidate here on the 5-minute time frame is if we lose the 1-minute uptrend, and we could do that here. This is starting to shape up as a possible equilibrium, but so if we cannot break $1.93 and we roll over and break $1.85 instead and to the downside, that it will start our 5-minute consolidation. And so then I'll start scouting a higher low on that 5-minute time frame. So I'm going to be looking for that. And if we break out from here, I guess we'll be looking up at that 15-minute lower high right here. That's actually the top of that last hourly candle right there. So FSTX is another one. It's really light on volume, guys. So I'm not really sure I'm going to trade it. If we see some volume coming into it, I'll certainly probably get interested in it. But right now, with the way it is, there just wasn't a whole lot of other stocks to put up here. Inside bars, just like over here, we have inside bars on the hourly. And looking for, well, it's a tightening range. So already pulling back on the 15. We had a small bounce here. So looking, well, this one's a little different. Lighter volume, so not the best one to do technical analysis on. We had a little higher low here and a higher high. And now we have a lower low. So technically on this one, we're looking for a lower high because we've already changed that 5-minute trend back to the bulls or to the bears. But I'm, with the light volume on this, I'm going to wait until I do any definite technical analysis on this. One thing we can say for certain is that we have a level here at 520 to watch, and we have a level here at 517, and we have support down here in this area, the general area. We've been back testing that. So we can watch that. SINT has pulled back quite a ways off of its high of 972. We have a support down here at 750, psychological too. So that's pretty good. I like that. On the 1-minute time frame, it's a 1-minute downtrend. We have not really put in a lower high. Well, I mean, each candle is a lower high, but we haven't bounced on the 5-minute yet. So lower highs and lower lows on the 1-minute. So I guess on this one, I could look for a 1-minute trend change for a real short-term trade. Bulls want to get above. Well, this is choppy in here. What time is it? So we've got a minute to go. Yeah, this is tough, and we're trading below the VWAP, of course, on all of these, but I'll watch this and see. We might break through a couple of these resistances here before we end up pulling back. I don't really want to go straight through 972. I would rather pull back somewhere below that and consolidate whenever this gets done with its upward move here. So the volume. One more stock over here I put up just in case. It's just, it's a downtrend. So even on the 15-minute, and you can see it's just a downtrend. So we're consolidating pretty good on that hourly time frame. I'm not really thinking this is going to do much, but you never know. You can see that there is this level here. That's kind of interesting. At 357 several days ago, that was our high. And so we're coming down to that right now. We opened a pre-market. Let's go look at that. The market's open now. Well, anyways, we opened pre-market at that level. You can see right here. We bounced off of it. Now we're coming back to it. So maybe we bounce from there. There could be a possible trade there. All right, let's get you back over here. And so what are we doing here? So looking for that higher low on LASE. I'll put my glasses on. I can see something that way. So we did pull back on LASE here. Get that consolidation we talked about. I wasn't watching, and that's really nice. So I want to take a trade on this if I get a chance to. I've got 10 seconds left till I can actually hit the buy button. I've got to set up my stop loss parameter though. Oh, see, now that's what I didn't want to see, is it breaking out. So now it's like, well, do I want to get in it? I can, and I will, but it's taking a big risk here. And then buying a dip on it, well, I didn't get to, so I'm going to just go ahead and buy it now for the breakthrough 2. I'll hold it for a little bit and see if we get a move higher, because now that we've broken through 2, we've got our trend change over here now on SINT. I'll go ahead and sell half on LASE. I'm just going to sell the rest. That's too bad because I was up like $100 on it, and I get a little nervous that that could come back down. Although I will say that was a nice bounce off the VWAP. So we didn't hold our 1 minute trend change here. We had this higher low and higher high. It was a double bottom and higher high. Not enough volume on FSTX for me to trade it. Okay, so I'm going to get in this, getting back in. Twice, mind you. So, oh dear. If I get stopped out on LASE, I'm going to be done for the day. I'll hit my max loss. I didn't go over the game book rules. I have rules in place to protect me from spiraling out of control and losing a bunch of money. And one of those rules says if I hit my max loss of $400, I'll have to stop trading. And I've already gotten stopped out twice over here and lost 200. So if I get stopped out twice here, my 2 stop losses are there, then I will lose another 200 because I'm risking $100 per trade. That was a nice move up. Let's see if we can get some continuation on that. We have a high of pre-market up here at 218. Nice breakout on the hourly time frame. So we broke that inside bar bullish, and now let's see if we get that move up to 220. And taking a look here at ADCT, I didn't buy it off of this support level, and I'm really glad because look at the drop on that. And that's kind of what you'd expect from a stock that's it's gave back all of its move. Now I am going to be looking for a higher low on LASE on this 1 minute time frame. And it's very possible one of those places it could pull back to is right here at $1.93. Now, that would be unfortunate because that's where my stop loss is at. But the other place could be $1.96, that previous resistance that we broke through. That one's a little closer by us. We already kind of back tested it here. Now, I could look to try to add to my position. My average right now is $2.04. Nice breakout over here. And really, I'm kind of breaking my rules right now. On SINT, because if I get stopped out on this one and these two, I'll be down below my max loss. So I'll have to mark this day down as a day I broke the rules. SINT is halted. Here's what I could do. I'm just going to go ahead and sell this, okay? Taking the loss on it, but I didn't take a $200 loss. So I was already green on that stock. So if I jump back in it one time, I'm risking $100. So that I can do, okay? So I made a little correction there. I broke the rules, but I made a correction. So I think that's okay. I just, with SINT making the move it was making, I really wanted to get in that. And now it's halted, and I'm in it at the halt. SINT. And I can add to SINT if I want here, which I did. So you get that move up to 220. And I'll move my stop losses up a bit. I'm buying SINT again for the break. I have to move my stop losses up so that I'm not risking more than my max loss. So that could come back to haunt me, but I have to make sure I don't risk more. I'm really expecting to bounce off of 208 right here. I would be surprised if we didn't bounce off of 208. You got to keep an eye on SINT. Halt resumption would be at 639 on that one if it's a 5-minute halt. I could sell half of my profit here, but I'm going to wait and see if we get the break. 637. Didn't like that last candle was red, but let's wait. There we go. There we go. So I'm just going to sell it all. Well, if it'll let me. I was going to. I couldn't grab my order in time, but there we go. So selling that, making $280. So you see how I'm not supposed to get into a position and risk more than my daily max loss. And even though I did, but I adjusted my stop losses so that I wasn't risking the full $300 because I was in 3 times on LASE. So I moved my stop losses up. So I'm down here on the price ladder. I can see when I'm in a trade, like over here, I can move my stop loss around. And you can see, okay, I'm risking $82, $92, $102. So that's basically what I did, is just move my stop losses up so that I was only risking $120. So I don't feel like that's breaking any rules. Now let's see, what time is it? 6:38. Resumption on SINT should be at 6:39. So we have some higher red volume here on LASE. Let me focus on SINT first, and then I'll get back over to the other one. So coming SINT, we're up at that resistance. I actually have to cancel my order there. If I don't cancel the limit order, a lot of times it'll sell it for a loss as soon as it opens. So I have to cancel it. So we're coming up against that resistance on high volume. A break, if we open at 10 and break through 10, that would be pretty sweet. The question is I'm wondering, should I hold this if we do open higher and we pull back. I already lost on it once. So I might have the mindset here of just getting green on the stock, or even just making back some of what I lost. I bought over there on LASE, but I can't really watch that trade. Flattening it for break even. Oh, I can't flatten it. What am I doing? This is not the live market. I wish I could use the flatten button in the simulator. Okay, so watching SINT hasn't resumed yet. It could be like a 10-minute halt if it doesn't resume here. So no resumption there. I will go ahead and jump back into LASE. All right, so I guess we're going to resume probably then at 6:44. All right, so I'll focus my attention back over here on LASE now and see what are we looking like. Are we going to bounce from here? Now I'll move my stop loss up to the low of those candles. I'm risking $60. Okay, and I'm going to sell there. That was a nice bounce. And that's all I'm looking for is a lower high. We pulled back enough here. I'm going to actually get rid of this line. The new high of day is 224. My reason for selling there was because of the amount of pullback that we had here. We've already back tested this line a few times. And the fact that we back tested it that many times and then have this breakout, but we are down so far, I wasn't really expecting a break straight through, especially with this red candle, that higher red volume. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. I see it visually sometimes because I've been looking at this stuff for so long. I don't always get it right. I mean, that certainly could have broken higher and I would have missed the good opportunity, but 217 is a double top. Could enter right here, but right now, the reason I'm not is because this is a 1 minute downtrend. Basically, it's not the best 1 minute downtrend, but we kind of have this lower high and lower low. You know, you had this base right here, we bounced and then formed a lower low. Yeah, FSTX doesn't look like we're going to get any volume on that one. So, you know what I'm going to do, just so I'll quit looking at it. Because I keep seeing things that look good on it, but the volume sucks. So I can't do that. Well, we might bounce from here. I'd be looking for a trend change. We have enough room to put in a trend change on the 1 minute. I want to see a move back towards the bulls. I'm going to see the bulls make a move back up. I don't know if saying a move back towards the bulls is the correct term to use. So what were these levels here? Were those on the 1 minute? Yeah, those were 1 minute lower highs. So we never... What time was that again? 6:30. Okay, so 1 more minute. So yeah, we had those lower highs on the 1 minute time frame. And then we had this little higher low and higher high, double bottom, higher high. This is the one I lost money on. And then we just consolidated sideways, inside bar, and then the bull break. And boy, a lot of people jumped in on that. I'm going to leave these lines here just in case. I'll get rid of this one. If we pull back, maybe we pull back to $9. That's that pivot. Oh, see that failure on LASE. So another lower high and now a lower low. Now this might be the line here that we bounced from, but we already did. So I don't know. That bounce point might not be as strong the second time around because anybody that was playing that maybe already did and maybe nobody else is. So I'm watching SINT. Here we go. These are exciting. I like these halts. You never know what you're going to get on the other side. Is it going to open higher? Is it going to open lower? Is it going to open flat? Watching. It should be any second now. I see something happening on the price ladder, or I thought I did. Can't stand the wait. Anticipation is killing me. Here we go. And I'm selling it right there. Now, I could have held that. Actually, I'm jumping back in it and I'm selling it again. I almost said a wordy dirt. I suppose I could have. So we're halted again. Now, I don't know if I would have been able to actually sell that where I did in the live market because I think I sold it right when it got halted. So it's possible that I'd still be in it. Pretty good day. I'm up $424. So that was nice. I was down on the stock, got back to green on it, and now it's halted again. But I don't think I want to play that anymore. Pretty extended. Maybe on a pullback. We can watch LASE and see if we get a trend change on it. We have that resistance at 209. It's an inside bar on the 5-minute time frame. So you see on SINT how beautiful this was. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to get rid of that line, get rid of some of these here. Put the line right there. So isn't it amazing how technical analysis is so cool? Like, look at the high of this candle. This is where we got halted. We resumed quite a bit higher up here, 1024, and we pulled back right to 958, right to that high. So that's where people were waiting to buy, and that's when people bought and the price went up really fast. And then we broke over 1047. What was 1047, if you remember? 1047 was the high of pre-market yesterday. And so we broke over that, back tested it. Guess what? Bulls were there again, buying the dip off of that level. So, you know, what used to be resistance is now support. Okay, let's see if we get a trend change here. We have a new high up here at 210. Broke 209 by a penny. I don't know. If we break 210 right now, it's not technically a trend change. I'd want to see it really pull back first a little bit. $1.97 is the support. I'm going to go ahead and jump in that. I'm a little impatient, move my stop loss to the low. And the reason why I'm doing that is because, well, like I said, I'm impatient. I don't like these higher red volume candles. But what I'm doing here is I'm anticipating a move. This could still pull back a little bit, but I'm looking for $1.97 to hold. I'm looking for bulls to step in. And if nothing else, we have an inside bar, so this is an equilibrium on a smaller time frame. And I'm thinking of selling it. I'm thinking about it. Hey, what time is it? We got another half minute left on this candle. Let's see if it can break the high of that last candle. I'm only up $10. I mean, is it worth it to sell it right now? Yeah, that was break even. That was a pretty hard crash there. from the high of that candle. Now let's see. This higher low that I wanted is starting to look a little bit funky. Gonna watch this. I'm not going to buy the breakout on it if it breaks out, but what I will do is buy a dip if it drops. That 5-minute candle is about to close though. And then we'll end up with a third inside bar. Now I don't know if I want to buy the dip. 5 seconds away from that candle closing. Let's see what we get here. With that new 5-minute candle, that kind of changes the pattern that I was looking at. We have an inside bar that favors the bears. So I'll buy the dip there. Then see if we get a bounce. I'm moving my stop loss up to somewhere close, somewhere below that candle there. I'm risking $30. I'm risking $20. And I'm just going to leave my stop there. No, I was almost like, no, I'm not. No, I'm going to sell it. And I'm like, nah, maybe I'll hold it. And I'll sell it there. Take my $370 plus a $124 over here. I'm up $494 on the day. Gosh, I'd like to be up $500. Honestly. If I tried taking a trade on this, do you think I could possibly lose and then sell that there? So 380 plus 124 is 500. So that's going to do it for me. That's where I'm going to stop right there. We could watch SINT, but I don't really want to stick around for that. And how much you want to bet this one's going to take off? Because we now have, on this 1 minute, it just feels like one of those, though, that's going to break out and fail. Break out and fail. I mean, we've already had that here. See? 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. But now we have a trend change. We had a bear break, bull break on this 5-minute time frame here. That could be strong. This could go to the high. There's a little pullback. I'll buy the dip on it. Why not? But if it starts to fail right away after a break, I am going to jump ship. Yeah, I'll just take the profit on that. So I'm up 554. That is where I'm going to stop. Let's go over here. I'm done looking at it. So 12/21, 21. I got to change those dates. Those are wrong. It's not 2023. 554 on the day. Another big green day. Now I want to see. I want to make some changes to that. Okay, never mind. I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful to you in learning about day trading. Tomorrow I will be doing a live stream Monday morning, trading in the market with real money. So do join me for that if you get a chance. Otherwise, we'll just see you in the next one after that or whenever. Just have a good rest of your weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye.